Hi, my name is Nicole Skurza, and I'm going to be talking about underage drinking. I believe that the legal drinking age should remain 21 years old in the United States. The 4 points that I'm going to be discussing today are going to be for keeping the drinking age at 21. My first point is going to be on the crime and death rates in young adults due to alcohol. My second point is going to be on the adolescent anatomy. My third point is going to be on binge drinking issues in the youth. And my fourth and final point is going to be on Europe's drinking policies. For my first point, the crime and death rates of adolescents is increasing with more alcohol. According to ncbi.gov, alcohol consumption is the third leading actual cause of death in the United States. It's the leading cause of death for youth and young adults. Of 79 studies conducted about alcohol minimum age, 58% of them found that fewer cases of problems in society were linked with a higher minimum drinking age. This means that when you purchase alcohol above 21 or older, you're less likely to have problems. According to the CDC, excessive alcohol consumption led to over 4,700 deaths in underage drinkers. This includes about 1,900 deaths from motor vehicle crashes, about 1,600 resulting from homicides, 300 from suicides, as well as hundreds from other injuries such as falls, burns, drowning, physical beatings, and etc. According to procon.org, since the drinking age has increased in the 1970s, traffic accidents between the ages of 18 to 20 years old have decreased by 13%. This is between the years of 1975 to 2008. According to Hoover.org, underage consumption of alcohol has been linked with violence such as setting fires and physical fighting. For my second point, the adolescent anatomy is still growing. Even when you're 18, you're not invincible. According to ncbi.gov, drinking in adolescence and early initiation of alcohol use is associated with alcohol problems in adulthood. One study of those able to produce alcohol under the age of 21 were linked with having alcohol or other drug-related disorders later in life. This study shows that if you're under the age of 21 and you're able to purchase or consume alcohol, you're more likely to start a dependence on alcohol or drugs. The frontal lobe is associated with emotions, personality, memory, and planning. According to procon.org, your frontal lobe is not fully developed until early adulthood. This means that when you consume alcohol at an early age, it can lead to chronic problems. When the frontal lobe is at this stage, there are many other problems that can occur. During underage drinking, there have been many other problems such as risk-taking. These risk-takers seek the thrill, and when they are under the influence of alcohol, they may make decisions that would thought to be ridiculous if sober. According to the CDC, drinking at young ages is linked with impaired driving, leads to physical fighting, poor school performance, increased sexual activity, and smoking, which are all prominent in society today. Alcohol has a known impact on the liver, and when consuming alcohol at an early age, the liver is more at risk and becomes damaged earlier in life. Adolescents that are overweight and consume alcohol actually show elevated liver enzymes, even with the slightest amount of alcohol. This shows how damaging alcohol can be to youth of all ages and sizes. For my third point, there is a link between binge drinking and adolescence, and there are many problems associated with that. The definition of binge drinking, according to preventionworks.org, is consuming 5 or more drinks in a row. According to the CDC, 22% of young adults binge drink. 1.5 billion people 18 and up binge drink on multiple occasions. States with a more stringent alcohol policy actually have lower adult and college binge drinking rates. This means that if you live in a state with a more strict alcohol policy, then your state is more likely to be safe for young adults. According to procon.org, binge drinking has been linked with illicit drug use among 18 to 21-year-olds. This shows the link to reckless decisions, mentioned in the second point. For my fourth and final point, I'm going to be discussing European drinking ages and how they're not that good of a role model, contrary to popular arguments. According to ncbi.gov, Europe has drinking problems too. Adolescents between the ages of 15 and 16 years old binge drink double the rate of the United States, even though it's legal in these countries. New Zealand lowered their drinking age from 20 to 18. This led to an increased alcohol admissions in the ER and led to more traffic crashes between the ages of 15 and 19. According to the BBC, the Dutch population already has a low drinking age of 18, but more and more are drinking earlier and are having more problems. One Dutch hospital actually has a specialized clinic for youth drinkers. This shows the alcohol dependence and what it does to underage drinkers, especially at such a young age. 40% of 11 to 12-year-olds in Ukraine drink, which leads to developmental problems with the brain and liver mentioned in the second point. According to PreventionWorks.org, 30-day intervals are used to indicate current and regular drinkers. 21 European countries have had higher rates than the United States in underage binge drinking, even though it's legal in these countries. In conclusion, the United States may have it right, and Europe may get it wrong. To summarize my points, alcohol consumed at early ages leads to chance of sexual activity, increased crime rates, and even death. It should be consumed at a later age because it's much safer. In conclusion, the drinking age should remain 21 and not be lowered. Also, the United States should not be comparing drinking statistics to European countries because they might be the ones that have it wrong.